how is it going? I am in Chicago right now. Chicago! I've put the clips of landing here on the vlog, but I had no idea Chicago was such a beautiful city. We saw it all from the sky. Absolutely amazing. I wish I could spend some time here, but I can't. I'm just here for the connecting flight back to Edinburgh. The trip to America is over. We're heading home. We've had a very emotional couple of days reviewing the trip and going back over things. It has been amazing. But right now we're waiting on the second flight of the journey home back to Edinburgh. And to be honest, I cannot wait to get home now. Pretty tired. And emotionally drained as well. It's been a really heavy trip. I've got a 3-hour layover here in Chicago and doing an overnight flight back to Edinburgh. Leaving here at 6 PM. This is really crazy, right? Leave here at 6 PM, local time. Fly for 7 hours, I think, and arrive home at Edinburgh at 7 AM the next morning. So I'm going to be pretty tired tomorrow. You will have seen from the footage that I posted already that Chicago is absolutely beautiful. I never knew that. I've never been here before in my life. It is an absolutely gorgeous city. That's what I saw from the plane, and I cannot wait to try and come back here. When I'm back in America, I will be coming to Chicago, that is for sure. I've got a good view of the big lake and all that kind of stuff. We need to make plans. Thank you guys. Cheers. Bye.
Cheers. See you later. Bye.
How's it going, guys? I'm back home in Scotland. That was sensational. There is no other words for it. I'm kind of struggling to come to terms with my feelings following that amazing, incredible trip exploring American values with the US Embassy in London, to Washington DC, to Baltimore, Orlando, Florida, to Dallas, Texas. It was just incredible. Amazing. The trip was good for so many different reasons. I learned a lot about myself. I learned a lot about American culture. I learned a lot about American landscape, geography, everything about America that I'd wanted to know for years. I got a little taster into. And I want to know more. I want to go back. I learned so much. I actually wrote down some of my thoughts in this notebook. I didn't want to forget anything. I started to write a journal. I used to journal a lot when I was younger, and I've not done it for years, but this trip inspired me to write again. We went as a group of British public diplomats on a trip to America to explore and to learn new things. And we certainly did that. We met a lot of really interesting people, got a lot of different perspectives that we just were not expecting. I loved America. I loved America so much. And I want to go back there and live there. That is the truth. If I can make that happen, if any of you guys know how I can make that happen, please let me know, because I want to make it happen. America and Americans left such a big impression on me. I think just the country's enthusiasm for life and for business and for moving forward was just infectious. It really got into me, and it's what I want to explore more. I think it's in a type of environment where anyone with a hunger could thrive. And that is why I want to go back. As amazing as America was, and as much of an impression it left on me, that alone was not the most important point of this trip. The biggest point of the trip was the people I was on the journey with. And I think I'm going to look back on this video one day and think that was a moment, that was a point in time where things started to take a turn for the better. This will be an interesting historical observation. I actually wrote a paragraph on each of the people on the trip and what they meant to me. But you know what? I'm not going to read from that. I'm going to keep that private. I am going to go freestyle. First of all, and I'm going to do this in alphabetical order, right? Alex. Alex is an incredibly intelligent person. He observes, but he's sharp, and he says things at the right moment just to cut through and make you really, really think about a subject. Just when you think you've got everything covered, in comes Alex with something you hadn't even thought about. Very, very smart guy, and I took a lot from his techniques of speaking to people. It was just great to get to know him as well. Shadira. Shadira is one of the most endearing, most intelligent people I think I've ever come across. Just to be in her presence, you just know that this girl is going to be massively, massively successful. She is so positive, that just radiates from her. It is just great to be around her. It's inspiring to be around her. She is going right to the top, and I'm just glad I got to be part of that for a short period of time, and hopefully in the future. She is amazing, absolutely incredible girl. Christine. Christine works for Cultural Vistas, the organisation that took us round. Christine became more than just our guide. She also became one of our friends and part of the group. She was so warm, so friendly and so organised, and we needed that. We needed that organisation. And that cool head when things got a little bit tough. And they got tough a lot of times. We were dealing with some big issues, and I don't think we would have got through it without Christine. Dan also worked for Cultural Vistas. He joined us up until the end of Washington. Again, Dan was there for us when we needed him. He was much more than just simply being our guide. He was a mentor. Holly. Holly is one of the warmest, friendliest and nicest people I think I've ever met. Her laugh and her smile are just absolutely infectious, and it just makes you want to get to know her. She has got such an amazing eye for photography, and it's not even just the fact that she knows how to get an image. She knows how to find the stories behind the images. She'll go behind the picture of the person on the street, get to know them and get to really know what the story is. And through her photography, you actually get to know people's history. It's incredible. Hussein. Hussein is one of the funniest and the most generous people I think I've ever met in my life. Behind that, he is also one of the most savvy and business intelligent people. I learned so much from Hussein. He's born to be successful, and he's also just an incredible storyteller. Through his words, through his poetry, and through the things he says, he will change the world. Jazza. Jazza is one of the most fun-loving guys I think you will ever meet in your life. He is the life of the party. He knows how to cheer people up when things are a bit tough and down. He says the right things at the right moments and makes everything all right again. It was just a pleasure to be around him. And he's a fellow YouTuber. He knows his stuff, and his channel is awesome. John. John is one of the most charismatic people I think I've ever come across. He's so positive, but also so warm and friendly. He genuinely wants other people around him to succeed, and he will share everything that he has to make sure that you can also join in on that success. When he talks to an audience, they listen, every single word. It's incredible. I've seen this several times throughout the trip. When he got up and spoke, everything else was silent. You pay attention to every word John says. A very, very wise man, and it was a pleasure to get to know him. Kate. Kate is an absolute warrior on issues that she holds close to her heart. She is passionate, friendly, and funny. And you can just tell the young people of Glasgow and the rest of Scotland are in safe hands knowing that Kate is in their corner. And will go very far, I'm sure of it. Lyra. Lyra is one of the sweetest people I have ever met in my entire life. It was such a privilege to get to know Lyra. When times were tough in that trip, just to know that she was around was just such a comfort. Such an amazing girl. Through her journalism, she will tell the truth. I'm pretty sure we're going to see her books one day reach the #1 bestsellers. And that was it. The amazing, amazing group of people I had the fortune to come across. They were thrust into my life. As I said, America was incredible. But the experience of getting to know these guys and being part of their journey in America, I think will stay with me forever. And as I say, I genuinely think this was the turning point. Getting to know them, being inspired by what they do, listening and learning and sharing in this incredible experience that we were all on together. And I just have to thank the US Embassy in London for making that possible. And also for introducing me to America, because I will definitely be back one day very soon. We are going as a group, actually, most of us, to the US Embassy's 4th of July Independence Day party in London in a couple of days' time. That will be incredible. And I will also be going to join the US Consul General's party, Independence Day party here in Edinburgh in a few days' time as well. Really awesome to get to know those guys, share my experiences of this amazing trip that we went on, and just continue the journey. It's been incredible. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I appreciate all the comments, suggestions, and just amazing things that you've said down in the comment box. And I hope you can continue doing that and inspire me to take my next journey. This was a journey of self-discovery, and wow, it had such a big impact. I'm pumped. I'm inspired. I cannot wait to get going with a lot of new plans I've got for this channel that I've been inspired with through this trip, partly. I can't wait. Let's do it. Let's do it.